Question number 1. CD is a straight line, find angle ADE. To find ADE, I will first have to find this angle here. This is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, the sum of 4 angles is equal to 360. So to find the angle ADC, we are going to subtract from 360 the other 4 angles. So 104 plus 71 plus 56 subtracted from 360 is 129. Now, to find the angle ADE, this is a straight line. Therefore, this is a straight angle. Straight angles equals to 180. So, if this is 129, angle AD, to find that, we will subtract 129 from 180, which is 51. Next question, a train journey starts at 21:43. It takes 8 hours and 32 minutes. Find the time the journey finishes. You can use the calculator to get the answer. You write 21 because that's what your journey starts with, and then press this button. Because 21 is the hours thing. And then you write 43, and again you press the same button, and then you put 0 because we don't have seconds, and you press the button, plus 8 hours and 32 minutes. So 8, press the button, 32, press the button, 0, press the button. You got 30, 15, 0. From this is 30 hours, 15 minutes, and 0 seconds. You subtract 24. One day is 24. What is remaining? 6:15. So your answer is either you write 6:15 a.m. or you write 0615. You have to write it correctly. The next question. The diagram shows a straight line intersecting two parallel lines. You have to find the value of A and value of B. A is going to be 58 because it is vertically opposite angle, and vertically opposite angles are same. What about B? B is going to be the sum of the two interior angles. This A plus B is equal to 180. So to get B, we subtract from 180. A 180 minus 58 will give us 122 because interior angles equal 180. Understood? Question number 4. By writing each number in the calculation correct to one significant figure, write out an estimate of the value. So 6.7, when you are rounding to one significant figure, the number 7 is more than 5. So you add 5 or more than 5, you have to add 1. So 6 plus 1, 7. 2.1, 1 is less than 5, so it will remain 2. 18, we want one significant figure. So 8 is 5 or more than 5. So you have to add 1 to 1. 1 plus 1, 2. But remember, there are 2 digits, so you can't leave it as 2. You have to write 20. Minus 5.9. When I round 5.9, I'll be adding 1 to 5, so it is 6. This will give us 1. You will have to show the full working. The next question, we have been given a probability table and we want to find the value of x. One of the properties of probability is that the sum of the total probability is equal to 1. So if one value is unknown and I want to find it, I'm going to subtract all the other values, the sum of all the other values from 1. That will give me the answer of x, which is 0.22. Next question, Calculate the volume of a sphere with diameter 4.8 centimeter. The formula also has been given to us, but we need the radius. To find the radius, we divide the diameter by 2. It will give us 2.4. Now we just have to replace the r with 2.4 to the power of 3. And we will get the answer 57.9. Before we move further, do remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video and share. The scale of a map is 1 is to 125,000. On a map, the length of an island is 9.4 centimeter. Calculate the actual length of the island, giving your answer in kilometers. So let's write down 1 is 125,000. When it is 9.4 centimeter, what is the value of? Question number 7. The scale of a map is 1 is to 125,000. On a map, the length of an island is 9.4 centimeter. Find the actual length of the island, giving your answer in kilometers. So the actual length of the island we need to find. We have been given 1 is to 125,000 centimeter. We have to change it to kilometer to divide it by 100,000. This will give you 1.25. Now on the map, it is 9.4 length, and the actual, let's keep it as x. We cross multiply. So 1.25 multiplied by 9.4 will give us 11.75 kilometer. Question number 8a. The nth term of a sequence is 10 minus n squared. Write down the first 3 terms of this sequence. So to find the first term, we are going to replace the n with 1. You will get 9. Then you replace the n with 2, you got a 6, and then with 3. Use the calculator, you will get 1. Part B. There are 4 terms given to us. They are part of another sequence. Find an expression for the nth term of this sequence. We find the difference. It is 3. So you can write, this is a constant difference. You're adding something to get the next term. You can write 3n, and then from the first term, you subtract the difference. You got 4. 3n plus 4 is your answer. Question number 9. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Calculate the value of h. We want to find h, put h here. The corresponding side, write it in the denominator. Then write 8.1 on the top and the corresponding side down. Cross multiply, not the whole thing. See, this is in the denominator, it means it's a divide. So we shift it to the other side, it will be a multiply. 8.71 divided by 72 multiplied by 5.6. If you first want to put 8.1 divided by 7.2 in the calculator and then you multiply, you can do that. I prefer to use the calculator once. This will give us 6.3. Without using a calculator, work out 1 over 7 divided by 5 over 9. You must show all your working, giving your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. I will show you how to use the calculator to convert the mixed number into improper fraction. You press this shift button and then you press this fraction button. You will get these 3 boxes. Some students, they press the fraction button and they will write 1 and 7 here and then they will put the 2 here. This is wrong. You will get a wrong answer. So this is how you put 2, 1 and 7. You press equal and you will get the improper fraction 15 over 7. If you want to do it manually, you multiply 7 by 2 and you add the number on the top. That will also give you 15 over 7 divided by 5 over 9. Whenever we have divide and we want to turn it into multiplication, the number after the divide, we write it as the reciprocal. Now put in the calculator, you will get 27 over 7. So when you get this number 27 over 7 and you want to turn it into mixed number, just press this SD, this button here, and you will get the answer. Okay, before pressing that button, you have to press Shift, then you press SD. That will give us 3, 6 over 7. You have to show all the steps, but you can use the calculator. Question number 11. We have been given 3 triangles and we have to describe the single transformation that maps A to B. The shape is the same of A and B, but the size has changed. That means that is enlargement. If you see this side is 1 square, this is 2. There are 2 squares here, there are 4 squares here. So the second thing you need to write is the scale factor. As you can see, each side is multiplied by 2. That is your scale factor. Then the third thing that we need is the center. To find the center, join 2 corresponding points and see where they meet. As you can see, they meet here at 7. On this line, y-axis, your x is 0 and y is 7. So that's your center. Now the next one. The next question is triangle A onto triangle C. You can see that the size is the same, but the positioning of it has changed. It has been rotated. So it is rotation. Here you need to also write whether it is 90 degrees clockwise. So this is 90 degrees clockwise. It's really difficult to show rotation on this video. You need a tracing paper and then you need to find your center of rotation. And then you need to, draw a straight line like this and a line like this and turn it around at different points to show when this rotates to C. The answer here is 3 and 1. So when you put your tracing paper to 3, 1 and then you rotate it, you will get the triangle A onto triangle C. So the center is 3 and 1. Next question. AO, OB and OC are all radii of the circle. So this is equal to this. All 3 sides are equal because they are radius. Therefore, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COB. We are talking about this triangle. It is congruent to this triangle. The reason they are congruent is by SAS, RHS, SSS, ASA. S is your side and A is your angle. RHS is right angle, hypotenuse and side. We know that these 2 sides are equal because they have marked it. And we know that these 2 sides are equal because they are radius. So all 3 sides are equal. Therefore, the answer is SSS. PQR and S are points on the circle and TQU is a tangent to the circle at Q. Tangent means it touches the circle at one point. Calculate angle OSR. So we are looking at this angle. This angle is equal to this angle here. It is 42. The reason for this is because of the alternate segment theorem. So the angle chord and the tangent is equal to the opposite angle inside the triangle. So if the outside angle is here, it is equal to the opposite angle in the triangle. Then we have angle PQS. So we want to know this angle. As you can see, these two lines are parallel. If two lines are parallel and they make a Z, that's alternate angles, alternate interior angles, they are equal. So this is also going to be 42. Next, POS. So now we want this angle here, POS. We'll use this theorem that angle at the center, which is the POS, is twice the angle at the circumference. The only thing is that both the angles should start from two common points. So this angle is 42. It means that the angle POS is 42 multiplied by 2, 84. In this question we have Anya invests 6,000 in an account that pays compound interest as a rate of R percentage per year. At the end of 8 years, the account has earned 621.70 in interest. Calculate the value of R. You need to know this formula about compound interest, where P is your principal, that is your starting amount. So the starting amount is 6,000, and 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. N is 8. This will give me the final amount with the interest. Interest is 621.70. So we are going to add 6,000. So 6621.7. Now we have to make R the subject. First thing we will remove is the 6,000. It's a multiply. When I move to the other side, it's going to be a divide. So 6621.7 divided by 6,000. You're going to get 1.1036. Better to write more numbers. Then we have to shift the power to the other side. When you do that, we write the reciprocal power. So the power is 8. It means it is 8 over 1. We are going to write 1.1036 to the power of 1 over 8. Better not put in the calculator now. We can do that later. And then we have R over 100 is equal to 1.1036 to the power of 1 over 8 minus 1. This plus 1, I shifted, it became negative 1. This will give us R over 100 is equal to 0.012398. Now shift the 100 to the other side, it will turn into a multiply. R is equal to 0.012398 multiplied by 100, which will be 1.2398. We take three significant figures. So we look at the third number, the number after the third number. It is 9. 5 or more than 5, we add 1. This will give us 1.24. So our R is 1.24. Moving on to the next question. Y is directly proportional to the square of x plus 3. When x is 2, y is 5. Find y when x is equal to 1. Directly proportional means y is equal to k and x plus 3, the square of x plus 3. The first thing in this type of question, you have to find the constant of proportionality, which is k. When x is 2, y is 5. So we replace the y and we replace the 2, the x. This will give us 25. Shift the 25 to the other side. So we got k is equal to 1 over 5. Now that we found k is equal to 1 over 5, we will find y when x is equal to 1. Replace your k with 1 over 5, x plus 3 square. Now replace your x with 1. You will get 3.2. That's your answer. Next, a bag contains 5 green buttons, 2 blue buttons, and 6 white buttons. Maya takes 2 buttons at random from the bag without replacement. Calculate the probability that one button is green and the other button is not green. First, let's count all the buttons. We got 5 plus 2 plus 6. There are total 13 buttons. Now Maya takes 2 buttons, which we are talking about green. Probability of green is 5 over 13. Probability of not green is going to be, which is not green, these two. 2 plus 6, 8 over 13. We have to calculate the probability that one button is green and the other button is not green. Suppose the first button is green. The second is going to be not green. Or it could be that the first button is not green and the second is green. When I write this, probability of green is 5 over 13. And probability of not green is 8 over 13. But this is without replacement. I took one button, I removed it. Now my total is not 13, it is 12. So I'm going to write 8 over 12 here. It could be this scenario, or it could be that I will take not green. Not green is 8 over 13 and probability of green is 5 over 12. The same logic that we removed one button, so we are having the total one less. This will give us 20 over 39. Remember, if it was with replacement, the denominator number will not change. Before we continue, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And if I've helped you, do write it in the comment section. Let's start. Find the magnitude of the vector negative 4 and 5. To find the magnitude, we take square root and we square both the numbers. Remember to put a bracket if it's a negative. This will give us root 41, which is equal to 6.4. Next, the diagram shows a triangle OAC. A is the midpoint of the straight line OB. OA is equal to x and OC is equal to y. Find CB in terms of x and y. Because A is the midpoint of the line OB, AB is going to be x. If I want to find the vector CB, I can take the root CO plus OA plus AB. CO is negative y because we are going in the opposite direction, and plus x plus x. X plus x is 2x minus y. That's the answer. We have to simplify this equation. It has number and x. So the power which is outside the bracket is distributed for both the number and for x. 81 to the power of 3 over 4 and x to the power of 12 multiply by 3 over 4. If you have a bracket and the power is outside, we multiply. So 81 to the power of 3 over 4 will give you 27. 12 multiplied by 3 over 4 will give us 9. So x to the power of 9. Here in this question 18, here we have been given a triangle and the diagram shows the positions of three towns U, V and W. U is west of V and angle UVW is 125. So this is 125. Calculate the bearing of U from W. If you want to calculate the bearing, you have to make a straight line north. And this is the west of V. The first thing is I will need to find this angle. For that, we can use the sine rule. We can write sine UVW, because that is what we want to find, over the side that is opposite to it. Which side is opposite? 27.3 is equal to the other angle sine UVW, which is 125, over the side opposite it, which is 62.4. So sine UVW is equal to sine 125 over 62.4 multiplied by 27.3. You will get 0.358379. I prefer to write big numbers because that's not the final answer that we need. Sine inverse of this number, 0.358379. Let's see. You will get 21. So this angle here is 21. We all know that the sum of three angles in a triangle equal to 180. We got two angles. So WUV is equal to 180 minus 125 plus 21. 34. This here is 34. This is a right angle. Because it is north and west, right? So it's a right angle. So if I want to find this part here, this angle, we will subtract from 90, 34, and we will get 56. We got this. Now, what are they asking? The bearing of U from V. That means they want this whole thing. This is a very good thing to remember, that if you have the inside angle and you want to find the bearing of the opposite side, right? The outside one. What we do is we just add 180 to it. 56 plus 180. And that will give us 236 as the answer. Suppose you had the outside one and you wanted to find the inside bearing. What will you have done? You will have subtracted 180 to get the answer. I hope it's clear. Question number 19. On the diagram, sketch the graph of y is equal to cos x for 0 to 360. We have been given 0, 180 and 360. Always make it into 4 parts, whether it is a sine, cosine or a tangent graph. So 0, 90, 180, 270 and 360. After that, the cos graph starts from 1 and it cuts at 90. And then when it is -1 below 180, you make this shape here. You should memorize these graphs. They're very easy to memorize and they carry good marks. That's it. Next, solve the equation 5 cos x plus 3 is equal to 0 from 0 to 360. First thing, shift the 3 to the other side. It's negative 3. Second, divide it by 5. Third, we write cos inverse negative 3 over 5. Let's see what we get. If you're putting in the negative, which I recommend you do, you will get one answer directly, which is 126.86. We can round it to 126.9. This is one value. Do you know the unit circle? I hope you know it very well. This is the unit circle. In the first, all the identities are positive. In the last, cos is positive. This is between 0 and 90, and this is 180, 270, and 360. Because cos is positive, we have to look at the first and the last quadrant. This is theta, and this is 360 minus theta. So your first answer is 126.9. The other answer is going to be 360 minus 126.9, which is 233.1. For trigonometry, this is really very important for these type of questions. Question number 20. We have to find the value of negative when x is negative 0.5 and 0.5 by substituting the x values in the equation given to us. Remember to put a bracket when you are putting a negative value, or you will get a wrong answer. So this will give us 0.75, and when I substitute 0.5, I'm going to get negative 1.25. So that's done, and then we have to plot the graph. When x is negative 1, y is 4. When x is negative 0.5, y is 0.75. Each line here is 1, 1, I think. Yes. So this is 5, 6, 7.5. It will be somewhere here in the middle. 0 is negative 1. 0.5 is negative 1.25. So 1 and 2, 5. Take 2 and in the third, in the middle of 2 and 3, the lines. 1 is 0 and 1.5 is 2.75. It will be here somewhere. Let's draw the shape. Slowly draw the lines. Try not to make a triangle shape. It should be a curve. Next question, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation 3x square minus 2x minus 1, minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Our original graph is y is equal to 3x square minus 2x minus 1. The second graph is 0 is equal to 3x square minus 4x minus 2. The first term is same. The second one, I will need to add negative 2x to get negative 4x. And to get negative 2, I have to add negative 1. This negative 2x minus 1 shifted to the other side. So it will become positive 2x plus 1. So you draw a line which is equal to y is equal to 2x plus 1. What you can do is replace your x with negative 1. That's the value that we have here, plus 1. What do you get? Negative 1. So when you have negative 1, you got negative 1. That is 1 point. Let's take 1.5. When x is 1.5, we got y is equal to 4. So the other value is here. Draw a straight line. They meet at this point here. Your answer is they just want the x value. So x is equal to, this is 0.5, so it is negative 0.35. If you have any answer between negative 0.35 to negative 0.45, it will be accepted. A curve has equation y is equal to x cubed minus 12x. Find the gradient of the curve at the point 1 and negative 1. This is a differentiation question. To find the gradient, we differentiate. When we differentiate, we bring the power in the front or multiply by the number in the front. So 3 multiplied by 1, 3. And subtract 1 from the power. 3 minus 1, 2. Negative 12x. So whenever you differentiate x, the answer is the number before x. Now to find the gradient, substitute the x with 1. This will give us negative 9. That is the gradient. To find the coordinates of the turning points of the curve. To find the coordinates of the turning point, you should know that turning point means stationary point. At stationary point, your gradient is equal to 0. We have already differentiated dy over dx is equal to 3x squared minus 12. Make it equal to 0. Shift the 12 to the other side, it will become positive 12 and divide by 3. 12 divided by 3, sorry, I wrote 13 by mistake. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now to shift the square, we put square root. Whenever you write square root, you have to put a plus and a minus. So the answer is x is equal to plus or minus 2. We got two values of x, positive 2 and negative 2. In our equation, replace your x with the value that you found to get your y value. You will get negative 16. And here replace the x with negative 2. This will give us 16. So our 2 points are 2 and negative 16 and negative 2 and 16. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends.